Very well, so it's the big night. Will it? Is it? Is it coming home? Is it coming home? Or, Mamma mia, it's going to Italia. Where will it go? We don't know. Well, it's going to be the big night. Euros finals is here. I don't feel like doing a watch along for it, so I won't. Yeah, don't expect it because I'm really off with this whole Euros thing. Just focus on the Arsenal content, but most probably after the Euros thing. Yeah, thank you so much. I forgot. It's a big night, and a big night calls for celebration. And on for celebration, there has to be a spectacle because the night tonight is going to be a big spectacle. And so we have one big news about Kieran Trippier. It could be that he's said to be recalled to the England team's 11 for the final at Wembley against Italy. Now, why would you ask? Well, if you remember the Germany game, Kyle Walker was one of the three centre backs, and that is what England could deploy tonight because they would want to cancel out the wing backs and the involvement on the attack from the left hand side, which Italy used to demolish Turkey. They might use it because Italy is a very offensive team, and of course the right is definitely active, and so is the left side. Left hand side, the involvement is really unbelievable. So to neutralize that, Trippier would be really great. An extra attacking man that really cancelled out Robin Gosens. You know that can help. So that is a very good idea. It could backfire, but you know what? Southgate has earned his right to gamble in this game. So if he doesn't win, it may be destiny, but if he does win, you know what he's actually aiming for, right? Support him. Even if he loses it, support him. He got the team where it deserves to be. Yeah. Yes, of course, there'll be doubters. There'll be lots of people who are really gonna, come for his neck after this. But I thought England would have been gone out of the tournament way back, but I was wrong, and I'm glad I was. Moving on, so talking about more stuff, let's talk about Roy Keane spoke about Bukayo Saka. He says it would be nice to see Saka start the final. People are always worried about seeing young players, but we have seen him get interviewed, and he has taken it all in his stride. His pace and his movement has been outstanding. So if Roy Keane says he should start, he'd better start, Southgate. Joking. It's your move, bro. Moving on, so Arsenal have completed the transfer of Albert Sambi Lokonga. An official announcement is now expected probably tomorrow. Ekrem Konur has updated. July 5th was the time where he actually made a last ditch, his last tweet regarding Albert Sambi Lokonga, that Edu is actually trying to get him done. So it took 6 days from that timeline to actually for him to reach out. So Albert Sambi Lokonga deal is done according to Ekrem Konur. Well, we'll see we'll believe when we see it. Cool. Let's move on from that. Moving on, so England are really gearing up for the finals of the Euros at Wembley Stadium. I hope they get it done because then they don't have any excuse tonight. They really don't. It's home. It's actually literally at home. You'd better win tonight, England. You'd better. This is the best excuse that you can literally walk away from, or rather, Italy. I hope it's a very good game. Moving on, by the way, Arsenal and Marseille have agreed in principle for William Saliba to go on a season-long loan without any option to buy. Now, just few details to be ironed out before the move is made official. Probably a similar kind of an update I actually provided to you a couple of days back, or maybe yesterday. I just don't remember because yeah, I am losing my memory maybe. But here's the reality: it's William Saliba, and he's getting one more year loaned out. Now, according to Julian Maynard from the TV, Marseille is actually still close to working on a contract with William Saliba on loan. The agreement was made with Arsenal, but final details that are being worked on. And Julian Maynard, according to him, this is going to be the playing 11 and the starting 11 for Olympique Marseille next season. They believe it's going to be Arkadiusz Milik with Dimitri Payet, the provider, of course, one of the best providers that you could actually have in a French, as a Frenchman, of course. And then there is Matteo Guendouzi, Gerson, the new signing, of course, Kamara, and then there is Amavi, Lirola, and of course the three centre backs, Alvaro Baledi, and of course William Saliba. Pau Lopez or Steven Mandanda would be one of the goalkeepers. I forgot. But you know what Paris Saint-Germain have done to their squad. It's only logical that Jorge Sampaoli strengthens and beefs up that Olympique Marseille side. Otherwise, they're going to be crushed, like the minnow they are. Sorry to call them a minnow, but that's how PSG thinks. So that's how I'm reacting. Don't if this video definitely reaches out to a Marseille fan, don't get offended. We gave you Matteo Guendouzi, so I believe it's even Stevens. Moving on, let's talk about, of course, the best goalkeeper the best goalkeeper of Copa America. There's only one, the only, Emiliano Martinez. Now, if you believe that I have forgotten about Emiliano Martinez, what he's done in an Arsenal shirt, you know what? I tweeted out when I saw Emiliano Martinez win that FA Cup. I saw him. I actually tweeted out that if he does not start for Argentina, we riot. Apparently, he switched allegiance because we switched our allegiance back to Leno, and he went to Aston Villa. And probably maybe I've not done a lot of appreciation posts or appreciation segment on the video, maybe a community post, whatever it is. But you know what? He'll be always in my heart. Emi Martinez, we love you. I love you, bro. I really do. And what you've done is unbelievable. That the penalty shootout. You know what? I'm not going to open the debate of Leno versus Emi Martinez now. Maybe, definitely the Euros are getting over. So probably next week I'm planning a barrage of live streams. When we do, I'm definitely gonna talk about this, and I'm going to give you my peace of mind on the whole debate. But before entering that scenario, I would really like to congratulate Emi Martinez, champion, the best goalkeeper of the tournament. But maybe looks like I'm not the only one who congratulated him. Well, Granit Xhaka sent a congratulatory message to Emi Martinez after his Copa America exploits. So, while taking on Brazil at the Maracana, Scaloni's men escaped with a victory after Angel Di Maria's beautiful goal. Oh, what a chip that was! But what a vision and pass from De Paul, man. Rodrigo De Paul was crazy. Martinez. It was Martinez's fourth clean sheet of the competition, having already kept out Uruguay, Paraguay, and Ecuador en route to the final. That's not an easy team to play against, man. Paraguay, Uruguay, those are really beasts of a team. Well, his form is certainly no surprise to the Premier League fans. We all know about him. So, he wrote, "We did it all for the Argentines. Proud to be an Argentinian. Leo Messi, all yours. Animo," is what he actually posted on Instagram. To which Granit Xhaka replied that to the post with his own message, "Congrats, brother." Meanwhile, former Arsenal's youth prospect Ignacy Miquel, I'm sorry if my pronunciation is shit, but I'm from India. I don't know how to pronounce the names of these players. He also sent his congratulations. He said, "Big Daddy, congratulations" as well. Now, of course, Emi Martinez, who's your daddy? Moving on. I'm actually if you guys go do check out Adam Ray Woj. Now he's an Arsenal obsessed guy. He's really occasionally comes up with good amount of data. Do check out his page on Twitter. Adam RAE Ray VOGE Woj. I don't know the pronunciation, so please don't get mad about it. So do check it out because he comes up with stats. And I just stumbled upon his account, and I had to follow him because here's something that he's actually come up with. Yves Bissouma. Now what do we know about Yves Bissouma? Now this is George VAFC on Twitter as well. Now he's an avid fan from Canada, and he is having this stat about Yves Bissouma that you can actually check it out. So if you can see the purple one, I guess the purple one is Lille and everything else is Brighton. So all the stats, you can see the progressive carrying distance. He had the highest when he was at Lille, and if you can see progressive pass distance, long passes, very high in Lille. And you can see tackles one also, he was good about that in Lille. But since coming to Brighton, which part of his game has improved? Let's check it out. So if you can see shots on target, it's way better than what it was at Lille. So maybe Brighton have made sure that he adds that part of his game more, improves that part of his game. And then there is progressive carrying distance, reduced than from Lille. And of course, NPXG XA has been reduced from where he was at Lille. But look at that, blocks, successful pressures, and tackles won. He has won that, literally won that. But that has really key passes and everything that has got affected since coming from Lille. You know, things have been different for Yves Bissouma, which tells you that what a Premier League brings to you. Yeah, so that has happened. And here's Yeah, here's another of Yves Bissouma's statistics years apart. You can see, if you can see the purple one, it's 2017, 2018, 2018, 2019 is the yellow one, and the new season. And okay, this makes more sense now. Now I'd wonder, okay, Yves Bissouma already on an average. So, 2017, 2018, he was more of a ball carrier. He was more of a long passer. Yes, and he used to win tackles, of course, but he used to carry the ball as well. But 2018, 2019, he's balanced all those aspects of the game, wherein he was more oriented towards key passes and SCA, and yes, successful pressures. He was moving more closer towards more successful pressures, which was this season. He literally bossed it. 2019, 2020. This is the season, right? No. So 2019, 2020. I'm sorry. 2019, 2020. That season, he started to add shots on target and more blocks, more successful pressures. So it was more of he was more part of a system than being an individual player. So that is what has improved in Yves Bissouma, which you would love to see. Maybe he would be a very good player, maybe. But if that's what Arsenal is seeking, they might get him. I thought I don't have much news today, so why not bring this stat to you? I hope this helped you in knowing that he would also be a very good signing. But do we need him? Let's see. With this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be. Consider subscribing.